Well, good evening to everyone. It is Doc Angela. And tonight's post, utilities from the stable to the table. Let me explain. This particular post is going to be specifically directed at my farmers, and I'm going to explain to you why. So I know you've probably been working in the field all day, or if you have people that manage your farm, you need to really listen up. And I want you to write this name down first. There is a family called the Cargill McMillan family. You probably have heard of them. They are a multi-billion-dollar family that has their hands in just about everything in agriculture, from ingredients to commodities, from the United States all the way to Australia. So right now, that House Bill 392 has been a hot topic. And according to the information that I am reading online now, the Alabama Farmers Federation has been pretty much in support of it. But let me give you a few reasons, and I just want you to listen to me very practically, okay? The truth is still going to be the truth at the beginning and at the end of the day. That's fact. The problem is that with House Bill 392, as a farmer, you're looking for a guarantee that it's going to lower your utility rates. It's not. So let's look at a few facts, okay? First of all, in terms of legislators or politicians that are now sitting in government that will be making these decisions, okay, let's say Governor Kay Ivey. Okay, she may have owned some timberland or allowed some hunting rights on maybe her land. But nothing that I can find right now shows that she owns a farm. Big difference. Tommy Tuberville, not a farm owner. Chip Brown, not a farm owner. But I can tell you this, Katie Britt's husband actually has worked for Alabama Power, and right now actually works for a company that's a lobbying company. Make it make sense. So let's get to some facts. In Guntersville, there was a soybean processing company. Guess who it was owned by? The Cargill Company. You know what makes the Cargill Company so profound? Is that they have over 20 billionaires in one family, privately owned company. But here are the facts. Because of the increased tariffs, which is a tax, it has put a lot of pressure on the farmers that have produced soybean, because irregardless of how we may feel about China, China was actually the largest purchaser of soybean. So I want you to imagine for a moment as a farmer, which you all understand, okay? Because I own farmland. My family has owned farmland since probably, my great-great-grandparents, 1893. And we still have 1,422 of those acres today. Yes, they're still privately owned by our family. Yes, okay? But as a farmer, you've got to have a backup, okay? Now, I'm very thankful that I'm a doctor and that I have a degree in biochemistry so that I can understand soil. But it takes big money to operate farms. And if you calculate this thing wrong, if you allow House Bill 392 to go in as an appointed law or an appointed position where they're going to select these people, there's no turning back. Right now, we can elect them. But here's the crucial part that I want you all to understand. This thing is not about red. It's not about blue. This is about green. Because if you allow them to appoint, guess what? You've basically opened the Pandora's box, because now companies like Alabama Power will be able to openly give not only to other corporations and things like that, but they'll be able to individually give more to legislators. Make it make sense. You'll be losing money. They'll be making money. From the stable to the table. This generation needs to understand that it happens in that soil first, that then makes it to the grocery store to be able to put food on your table. But right now, because of the high tariffs, farmers are struggling to be able to get their produce to the market. They are struggling to be able to purchase equipment, and you are going to need that hydraulic pressure to run those irrigation systems, to run your farms. This House Bill 392 will be detrimental to you. Please wake up. This is not about red. This is not about blue, because all the people making these decisions, they don't own farms. They don't understand what you're going through. And if you don't have a backup plan, guess what, baby? You're going to end up having to sell that property. And guess who's going to be sitting right there waiting to buy it? Yeah, developers. Make it make sense. But anyway, and by the way, we thank y'all in Montgomery. Huntsville Utilities, you're not off by a long shot. Oh, I'm coming for you too, baby. Because you know what? They've tried to shift a lot of the blame to TVA. It ain't TVA. They buy the electricity wholesale, and then they resell it to us. And actually on our new bills, guess what they're doing? They're even passing on fuel charges. Make that make sense. But they sure didn't pass on the credits that they're receiving. But that's going to be a topic for another day. Everybody have a great evening.